What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Jets head coach candidate that has grown on me the most during this head coaching cycle. So it is a very big search going on right now for the New York Jets GM and head coaching search. We got double-digit names for both of those positions, and someone who I think has risen up my ranks the most is Aaron Glenn. And let me explain why that is, because Aaron Glenn is a lot of people's favorite option. But I just want to talk about where I was coming from and where I am now in all of this process. So going into this cycle, I was weary against hiring a first-time head coach, specifically from the defensive side of the ball. My preference was someone that has been a head coach already, and that still is the case. In Mike Vrabel or Brian Flores, or an offensive guy like Todd Monken. Now, Monken has not gotten an interview. I still am holding out hope for Mike Vrabel, even though I think it's all but guaranteed he's going to the New England Patriots. And I think there's a good chance that Brian Flores will be in the mix here for the New York Jets. But the guy that's grown on me is Glenn, who feels like a top contender for the position. Supposedly the Jets and the Saints, it feels like they're going to be battling it out between the two for that guy. And there were some things that I did really like about him before he began to rise up even more for me. Like, for instance, I like that he was a former Jet, and then he's worked his way up on some really good staffs. You know, the Saints from 2016 to 2020, and then the Lions defensive coordinator the last 4 years. But I'm not going to lie to you, the thought of a first-time head coach as a former DC made me a little bit nervous. They just did it with Robert Saleh. And I'm not saying like, oh, you know, it didn't work this last time, so you can't do it again. It's kind of like the same argument with, you know, you can't draft a quarterback from this school because of the one before him failed. Like, I get what I'm doing there. Maybe it was a little hypocritical, but it was not just about Robert Saleh. Since 2000, the Jets have hired Robert Saleh, Todd Bowles, Rex Ryan, Eric Mangini, Herm Edwards, and Al Groh, all first-time NFL head coaches hired by the New York Jets in the last 25 years that were either defensive coordinators or defensive guys before getting their first job. And unfortunately, Rex had the most success there. Not unfortunately for that, but like looking at it, not all of them lasted very long. Todd Bowles was 4 years. Robert Saleh was 3.5. Rex Ryan, 6. Eric Mangini, 3. Herm Edwards was a 102, 03, 04, 05. I guess 5 years there. And Al Groh was just the 1 season. So it's not like they've had resounding success in that department and gotten like a really, really, really long-term coach out of it. So I'm just a little bit nervous going down that road. Now, to add to the positive side on things that have really grown on me is the scouting background that he has. He actually started as a scout in 2012 and 2013 with the New York Jets. Then he had to go to Cleveland as an assistant defensive backs coach. Then eventually he gets his own defensive backs room, and then he gets his own defense. And, you know, the next step in the progression, obviously, is him getting his own team. And something else that I like is when he was here with the New York Jets, he was coached by Bill Parcells, and I think that's the kind of coach that they need. I'm not saying that Aaron Glenn is Bill Parcells. That's just patently ridiculous, but they need someone with a similar kind of mindset. And how he speaks reminds me of that style of coaching rather than the buddy-buddy routine that we just got with Robert Saleh. So here's a clip of Aaron Glenn talking on the Pivot podcast about relationships with the players and the importance.
No doubt. And today's coaching, man, you have to be relatable, all right? The players have to be able to sit down and talk to you and have a conversation. Man, there are so many players I'll talk to this day. Say, man, I've never had a chance to just sit and talk with a coach. I've never had a chance to have interaction and confrontation with a coach. It's almost like I got to shut up. And I said, no, man, tell me exactly what your issues are, right? And we could talk about it. Man, me and Tracy Walker, Tracy came to my house, right, before training camp. Me and Tracy was sitting there just knocking tape out. And one day he was just quiet. And I was like, what's wrong? He said, Coach, I've never, ever had a chance to go to a coach's house. You know, your wife over there cooking dinner, your daughter's running around, all right, and I'm sitting here watching tape. Man, that just don't happen. And I was shocked, like, why?
Right.
Why can't it happen? Because you know what? As a player, Man, I would love to sit down with my coach and sit there and pick his brain and watch. And so, man, that's what I want to offer to all my players, right? Dude, this is coaches over here and players over. That's not what we are, man. We right here, right? Because my job is to help you get better. That's my only job. All right, my job is to create a winning environment for you, get you paid, right? Because everybody wins, right? The organization wins and you win if all those things happen. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and spend as much time as I can with you because that's my pleasure anyway. To sit here and watch, take with you, and get you better.
See, like, you could be a hard ass and not an asshole at the same time. Like, it doesn't have to be like the players hate you, but they respect you. Like, you can talk like you need to talk and get more out of them and be upset with them while also, you know, being there and being available for your players. And that's kind of what I liked from that answer from Aaron Glenn. And then, you know, obviously, I think most people have seen this, but I'll play it again. Aaron Glenn giving it to his guys on Hard Knocks.
We cannot let our offense go out there and complete 16 of 18 passes. That is fucking bullshit. That is fucking bullshit for that to happen. I don't give a damn what nobody else thinks or how you used to practice, but we're not going to fucking practice like that. If you're not with that, you get the fuck out. I'm just telling you. Because we're not practicing like that. Because we played give-up football yesterday. And right now, our fucking offense is laughing because they think that they're so far ahead of us that we can't catch up. And that burns me up, I'm just telling you. It does. And that's how we fucking operate. Because we think we cool and we think this shit okay. We think it's okay. And that's what the fuck's wrong with us right now. We think shit is so fucking K. And just look at this fucking practice. And what I tell you, what do offenses try to do if they get one guy moved? What are they trying to create? They trying to create, everybody's moving, and look what they created on us. They did exactly what they want to do. They played us like fucking puppets. That's what they did. Football is hard enough as it is. We making shit harder. That makes sense. So I don't want folks just catching the ball. Of all camp, we're getting up 72%. That's what we're doing. So if they throw it 10 times, they catch it 7. That's fucking bullshit. And we're allowing that shit think it's okay. That's not fucking football. That's not secondary play or fucking linebacker play. This is losing football. It's losing football.
He has a standard, clearly, and when it's not met, he gets upset by it. And I think the biggest question that I have is, can he build a better offensive staff than Robert Saleh? And that's just, you know, unfortunately, there were a lot of factors into it. Mike LaFleur had to get fired after 2 years, and Greg Knapp passes away, and that, like, there's a lot that went into it. But I would feel a lot more comfortable if I knew that he was coming along with a strong offensive staff. Maybe someone with head coaching experience on that staff would make me feel a little bit better. And also, too, this has to be noted, he basically just told the Patriots to go F off. He denied their interview request, and, well, because their interview was a sham. This whole coaching search has been an absolute sham. They tried to hit the Rooney Rule in the most bullshit way possible by interviewing Pep Hamilton and Byron Leftwich, put them on the same graphic, didn't even have the decency to announce separately that they've spoke to those two guys. They spoke to Mike Vrabel. Everyone in the world knows that they want to hire Mike Vrabel. It's ridiculous, and I'm glad that he was able to see through it and said, you know what, I'm all set there. So that adds an extra little element to this. But yeah, from where we've started in this process to where we are now, I think Aaron Glenn, again, is becoming one of my favorite options. Is he my top of the choice? No, my preference is still someone who has head coaching experience, i.e. Vrabel or Flores. But is he in that next crop for me? Absolutely. Let me know your thoughts on Aaron Glenn. Is he your favorite option? Do you like him? Do you not like him? Let me know why in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.